the two to all of these that it's going to show you exactly your faces, the area of each face. Yeah, that's perfect. Without numbers, that is a little bit hard to visualize, but we are here in a couple minutes. We're going to show you some examples, and so then we'll apply that. All right. So what is the lateral surface area for a cube? Oh, Zach, perfect. Yeah. All right. So you got 4a squared. All right. And so what is the total surface area? 6a squared. All right. Explain that to me real quick. So why is this one 4 and why is this one 6? Okay, because the lateral does not include either of the bases. Yeah, that's exactly right. Just like what we were talking about up here, that's the definition of lateral. Because there's only 4 sides to a cube, not including the bases, that would be perfect. All right. All right. Somebody give me the cylinder. All right. 2 pi r h. All right. Now fill me in on the total surface area. 2 pi r times r plus h. All right. All right. Let's continue. Come on. Perimeter, or we're going to do prism. All right. So prism looks like perimeter of base times height. Everybody in agreement with that? Perfect. Alright, so now what does the total surface area look like? Okay, so it's going to look like the lateral plus each of the 2 bases. So in this case, there's 2 triangles on either side, so you would find the lateral and then each of the bases. So why does this not give us a formula for the bases? Why do that? That's really close. That's really close. The reason being is because these bases can actually be different figures. So right here, you can see that a prism is is a square on the base. This one's a triangle. So what happens if we have a pentagon on the end? Exactly. We're going to have to figure out that base area. All right.
I think you skipped over cone.
Oh, you're right, Mr. Formby. Thank you so much. All right. So what is the cone formula? Pi r l. All right, and then pi r l plus r. Awesome, great job. Y'all are doing great so far. All right, and then finally, let's finish up this last one. A right pyramid. 1/2 perimeter of base times length. Now, what is special about this length? Can anybody tell me? This is not the height of the pyramid. This is actually the slant height that it's asking for. It's asking for this area.
How do we find the perimeter?
So that's actually a really good question. So not all pyramids will be a square bottom, correct? Just like with the prisms, you can have a triangular bottom, you can have a pentagonal bottom, you can have an octagonal bottom, whatever the bottom is. But you would just add up each side length. So if this one is x, and then this side is x, so then it would be x plus x plus x plus x. Correct? Great question.
Gotcha.
All right, and then finally, we're going to figure out the total surface area. All right, so the total surface area looks like L, so lateral, plus the area of the base. All right, perfect. Great job so far. Is everybody having an easy time visualizing these, or do we need to expand on it a little bit more? Yeah, no, we can totally do that. So I'm going to kind of show you this in simpler terms. What you can always do, if you can't understand the formula, if you don't understand it, you can always draw a net. Now, a net is, we learned this in probably 5th or 6th grade. So you're 10th grader, you've been doing this for a while, so I'm not going to baby y'all, but just a reminder, nets are basically the broken down version, or broken down figure, right? So this is what a cube would look like. Now a cube has how many faces? It has six faces, right? So then a net is the unfolded version of it. So this would be face 1, face 2, face 3, face 4, face 5, and face 6. Now, we can figure out the lateral surface area and the total surface area. So we just have to mark 2 of these as the bases, right? So then let's say this one's base 1 and this one's base 2. Now, for our lateral, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 4 squares. And so now we would label each side A. So how do you figure out the area of a square? Length times length, right? Side times side. So we would have A squared, and there are 4 of the same exact squares. So 4A squared. Now, if you were trying to find the total, it would then be 6A squared. And look at that. Perfect match. Now, work with a partner here for about 6 minutes and draw the remainder of these nets, how they would look if you were to draw them out. Alright, perfect, great job. Alright, so let's bring it on back in. Now, at the beginning of class, you should have received a handout. If you did not, here they are. So this is going to be our, what we are going to go over in class today, as far as a paper. If you do not finish this, it's going to be homework. And so we are going to go over 2 or 3 problems together in class. And then after that, you have the probably 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how much more time we have, to complete the rest of it. If not, it's homework. All right, so anybody need one? One more. Perfect. All right. Now, so you notice that there are 12 different figures, correct? There are 12 different figures, correct? Alright, so now I want somebody to give me 2 of the problems that we can work out together. Or actually, just give me one of them and then I'll call on somebody else in just a minute. Alright, so we have number 20. Perfect. Oh, you said number 12? Okay, oh, my bad. I apologize for mishearing you. Okay, so after our number 12 looks like this. Alright, so it's a cube, or actually it's not a cube. It is a prism. Why is this not a cube, people? It's right, because it doesn't have the same lengths on each side. That's very good. Great job. Alright, so what is the formula for lateral surface area and total surface area? Alright, that is the question right here. We are trying to figure out the lateral and the total. Alright, so what is the formula? Alright, so we've got 2h times length plus width. Alright, and then for total it's 2 times length times base plus base times height plus height times length. Oh, and one thing that I should also note is W is also interchangeable with B. B is also interchangeable with W. Alright, so now let's plug in some of these values. So we've got H equaling 10. We've got our length equaling 9. And our base, or our width, equaling 11. Alright, so now, who wants to plug it into the formula? Alright, perfect, Jonathan. Alright, so we've got 2 times 10 times 9 plus 11. Alright, so what does that give us? 20 times 20, correct? Yep, everybody following the order of operations? Alright, perfect. So what is 20 times 20? Alright, that is 400. Does it give us a units? No, it does not. So it's units squared because we are finding the area of each. Alright, perfect. Great job right there. Alright, now can somebody tell me the total? Alright, so we've got 2 times 9 times 11 plus 11 times 10 plus 10 times 11. Perfect. Great job, class. Alright, and so what does that give us? 99 plus 110 plus 110 times 2, right? Alright, so what does that give us total? 600, or 598? Apologize. 598 units squared, exactly. Great job. Alright, so that is essentially what we're going to be looking for all of these 12 problems. Alright, so now, what's one other problem that we want to do? Number 9? Okay, perfect. Alright, so number 9 looks like this. Alright, so it is a triangular prism. Sorry for my bad drawing. Alright, so we know that it's labeled that 6 and 4 are our base and our slant height, and then we've got 7.2 as a length or height. I apologize. Alright, so that being said, what is the formula again for lateral and total? Alright, so lateral is perimeter of base times the height, and then this is that plus the 2 bases. Perfect, great job. Alright, so now let's begin to figure this out. Alright, so answer me this: what is the base on this figure right here? No, it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be the rectangle on the bottom. The base is going to actually be the triangles, right? Because there are 2 bases. Alright, so this base is a triangle with a base of 4 and a slant of 6. Alright, so now what do we know about triangles? How do we figure out the area of triangles? Alright, Deborah? Alright, yes, perfect. Alright, so the formula for figure out the area of triangles is 1/2 base times height, correct? Alright. Now, 1/2 base times height means that this equals 1/2 of 6 times I apologize, let me back up. if we were to